Yo, it's your favorite brother, Brother Abner. Yo, man, I got some stuff to get off my chest today. Today is the day. I got to get it with these Israelites, bro. With all this stuff they talking. You feel me? We're going to get into it. So let's get into it in 3, 2, 1.
The leaders always are a culmination of the people. If that was the case, then God would be wrong if he judged the nation. He could just judge the leader. But he judged the whole nation because the leader came from amongst the people. The leader was only put there because the people had the desire. Before there was a yes we can, they was already saying it. Before, they was in agreement with sexual sin before. See, you think about homosexuality, but they was in agreement with fornication. Homosexuality is fornication. So you might not have been in agreement with two men together, but you was in agreement with fornication. So therefore, you get a leader that nationalizes it. God judges the people with a leader like them. Y'all want to talk about it. Look at Rome. What did Rome get? Nero, Caligulus, these crazy, psychotic leaders. But when you find out what Rome was into, pedophilia, sexual sin of all bestiality, they got a leader like them. What did God tell the children of Israel when they wanted a king? And God said, let me be your judge and king. And they said, no, we want a king. He said, you're going to get a leader like you. He gave him King Saul, who was a wicked dude. The leader this is Revelation, y'all. The leader, y'all heard what I'm saying? The judgment is the people getting a leader like them who won't lead in righteousness. Your leaders are a culmination of the agreement of the people. Let's say it again.
So just like Pastor Darby said, right? In a different example, it doesn't only have to pertain to pornography. If you had a leader that's participating in something that's not of scripture, and you have tons of people doing the same thing, there's no difference. Look, let's get straight to the point. Look. Scriptures clearly say the day starts at sunup. No scriptures of any private interpretation. But you want to tell people that the day starts in the evening. So many people are being led astray on just that topic. Number 2, fringes. These organizations, I want to say little cults, because they do cultish activity. They do participate in that. And they're my brothers and sisters, but I'm calling it how I see it. If I didn't care about you, I wouldn't be saying nothing. But the reason why why it's taking so long is because of too much pride. Like the Most High know, our Creator, our Elohim know. Boy, we some of the most sottish and hard-headed people and jealous people in the world. Crabs in a barrel? Absolutely. Also, this multiple wives thing. I can read Deuteronomy 17:17 all damn day long. Point with that is that one particular scripture says, do not multiply wives. There should be no more discussion. But we have so many of these furniture fringe wearing Israelites who not only don't want to let that pride go on just those simple subjects, they'll go on to say that Native Americans and Latinos or Mexicans or Spanish people are Negroid. Now, Let's clear this up. There are darker complexioned people who live in the southern parts of Mexico and all these other different parts of the country. I mean, they have curly hair, woolly hair as we do. Complexion looks like we look, right? And they're treated badly, terrible. Now those are Negroes. Feel me? But when you run into someone telling you that the Spanish and Native Americans that you may see in some of these camps today, they're a damn lie. Scriptures clearly say the Northern Kingdom never made it over here. After they came out of the Assyrian captivity, where did they go? According to Scripture, not me. And according to Scripture, where are they to this day? Not according to me, according to Scripture. Now, I'm not a teacher, but I can give you the Scriptures. You go look it up yourself. You got these fringe-wearing Israelites making this. They like scribes and Pharisees. I mean, it makes no damn sense. What else can we talk about? What else? Oh, okay, we have this other thing, right? The new moon. Scripture clearly says the month is called after its name, increasing. But they want to tell you, nah, man, the full moon is the new moon. Well, if that was the damn case, why the hell do we have people looking out for the new moon? Everybody can see a full moon. This is just common sense stuff, man. So we know that there's no way it's a full moon. Then you have other niggas, Judean Israelites, who say, well, it's the dark moon. So you telling me that I have to be looking for something that I can't see, and that's a sign? You make me sick. You make me sick. That makes no damn sense. Once again, in the Judean culture back then, they had watchers who would go out and look for the moon, look for the new moon. The only thing you're going to be looking for is the start of the moon. Okay? The month is called after its name, increasing. Go study, ask the Father to show you, and get the rest on that for yourself. What's next? Also, they talk about you are what your father is, right? If you are what your father is, right, why did our Elohim say not into the third generation, not into the fourth generation, or not into the 10th generation? Why do those scriptures exist if you could just read one scripture that says, and you are what your father is? My only thing to you is this then. Why did Isaac receive the blessing before Israel? When you figure that out, you'll understand why those other scriptures are needed. Okay? They'll also tell you that every Saturday is the Sabbath. Every Saturday. If you read the scripture from front to back, right? You'll never find a weekday name for any day in Scripture. But then they'll turn around and try to tell you the Messiah's name is not Jesus because there's no J in the Scripture. That makes them a hypocrite, right? Now, don't get me wrong. We know when to use the word. If you're a babe, we know not to confuse you by using, we know the Messiah's name. And it doesn't begin with a J. So that's the main thing. Accept that first. So if that's the case, you have to accept the fact that Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, none of that is in Scripture. But you can't do that, and you don't want to waste the time because, see, that's part of the organization. Another thing they talk about, that the kingdom, that only Israel will be in the kingdom to come, right? I don't know what scripture they've been reading, but I know some work gonna have to be done in the kingdom. That's all. That's what I know. Now, does Israel get the loaf? Yeah, they gonna get the loaf, but some crumbs gonna fall down. A few dollars gonna get some crumbs. You feel me? Come on, let's be real, man. The kingdom to come, the entire kingdom, will not just be the Israelites, the Judeans. Stop it. Another thing, these so-called New Testament only people or so-called Old Testament only people, it comes in the volume. He comes in the volume. I don't know what else to tell you, man. He comes in the volume of the book. That means from the beginning to the end. The man told you, I've been there since the beginning. My question to you is, especially for you ones who don't believe in the so-called New Testament, is who's going to be your high priest in the kingdom? Because you're going to need it. And because you don't believe in the Messiah, you will not see the kingdom to come. Facts. Let's go. Another thing they like to tell you in these so-called cults and stuff like that, right? They'll tell you, let the dead bury the dead. So if your parents pass or, a loved one pass and you're in one of these so-called organizations, I don't even like saying their names. I just don't deal with any camp. The Mossad didn't say deal with no camp. He said he was going to deal with you. But back to the topic. When they tell you let the dead bury the dead, that means like if your loved one passes or something and they tell you you can't go to the passing, that's cultish behavior. That's cultish behavior, period.
Because sexual perversion is what causes a nation to fall from grace. This is what Balaam enlightened Balak the king, that you can't curse the children of Israel, but if you get them into sexual sin, they start messing with these strange women, they'll fall from grace. That's how he destroys a nation, through sexual sin. So this sexual revolution is nothing new. The more the nation keeps sinning, I told you, it just fills up the cup until they fall from grace. Then you see demons released, and that's why we're seeing some of the worded stuff that we're seeing. And you get leaders who nationalize it and stamp approval on the foolishness. But the leader came from among the people who already was into it in secret, but the leader gonna make it open.
So it's your favorite brother, Brother Abner. If you like this, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Like, subscribe, and thank the Most High. If you want to, you ain't got to. You know the routine. But thank the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel for everything.